Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Hey friends, Morgan Quaid here to tell you about a little project called The Crimson Folly, a D&D inspired comic anthology which takes place in a fantasy tavern called, you guessed it, The Crimson Folly. I'm working with more than a dozen artists from all over the world to bring this story to life through sequential comic artwork, intricate portrait pieces, sketches, and of course, words. My aim is to produce a combined comic story and art book. The first 40 pages will be a comic book telling the main story of the Folly and using different artists to build out each section of the story. The art book will then contain sketches and short stories relating to characters from that story. So if you're a fan of D&D, fantasy artwork, comics, or just great storytelling, you'll love The Crimson Folly. Yes, you will.
The Doctor is in, baby. This is Doc Blalock, and you're watching the Madness Comic Network.
And now for something completely different.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm glad to see you looking and feeling better now, I trust.
Thanks. I had a little bit of a bumpy week, but I'm feeling much better now.
Yeah, that's good.
So thanks, everybody, for tuning in here. We're going to have the show-offs, and Pop is going to be our producer. I wasn't sure if you'd be there or not. Hey, Vic, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Hi, Vic.
I will keep the cameras running and stuff in the backstage. You guys have a great show. Show off some cool stuff.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
We're looking forward to it.
Thank you, buddy. So we have a great show today. We're going to take a look at some indie comics and some of the things that you might be familiar with and some that you might not know too much about. So, Dave, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, I can do. I've got a few here for you to make a start on it. So, continuing on the independent theme, I don't know if you've seen this one before. This was published in 1996 by CFD.
Got sort of an EC classic, homage going there.
That's kind of what that one looks like. That's the back cover.
Very nice. I'm not familiar with them.
No, I'm not. This is the only one I've got, and appropriate, Journey into Madness. So there you go.
I think I've heard of it once.
So this is the inside page for you.
Worm food, not bad.
Black and white. It's got kind of a slight noir feeling to it, possibly. Couple more pages there.
Pretty cool.
Quite nice artwork, I think. So there's about 2 or 3 different stories in this book.
Especially for a black and white independent, that is amazing.
Yeah, I think Vic's breaking up there slightly.
Yeah, Vic, your audio's breaking up, buddy. Something's not right there.
Yeah, just breaking up a bit there, wasn't it?
Oh, it's nice looking. Who's the artist there? Anybody we might know?
Let's have a look. See if it says. The artist, it was edited, written, and drawn by John Orlando. It says here.
Gotcha.
It's not a name I know myself, but it's dedicated to a few artists from the past, if you can see that. A few names in there. So that's that one. We've got Next Man, Comico. It's that one. The Trouble with Girls.
Nice.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I'm a Comico fan. I was mentioning that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's that one there. Hi, Pete.
Hey, Pete, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing all right.
Yes.
This is Eclipse again.
Chuck Dixon.
Quite a nice cover. It's like a jigsaw. It's like a jigsaw puzzle one, that, isn't it?
Is that written by Chuck Dixon?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There you go. Chuck Dixon, Paul Pelosi, and Willie Blyburn.
I don't know if I have that one. I'm like a big Airboy fan of the Dixon age.
Mm-hmm. Under Fate.
And what do we got there? That's Comico. Is that who puts that out? No, Eclipse.
No, it's Eclipse. Eclipse, yeah. Eclipse on that.
Dave, did you come over and rifle through my comic bins?
I don't know, have I? It would be a long way to travel because I'm in the UK.
Well, you know, right across the pond.
But, yeah, this is Dynamite. So this is the same issue with two different covers. So this is one cover on one side, and on the other side is one of the alternate covers. So it's the same issue.
I did get that series, but I don't know if I've got those covers. They had so many different good covers.
Yeah, they did. This is Second Chances.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
I
like the gray tones.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite nice, that. I'll just open this one up and let you have a little look inside if you like. It's another black and white one.
Sure. Not bad.
I like that. I've really started to enjoy black and white books. So you can get a lot of detail in there. Holy mackerel.
It's got some nice layouts to these pages as well.
Yeah.
Hey Pete, could you trim your mic back a hair?
I don't know. How about this?
Yeah, move it away from your face. We're hearing your breathing.
I am your father.
It's too much. Yeah, that's why I put mine way out here.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm lucky. I'm on my laptop, so I don't need a microphone. Well, there's a built-in microphone, but I don't need to. I don't need to wear a headset.
Hi, Karen.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's nice, that, isn't it?
Wow.
Some nice detailed work in this, actually. I'm just showing you one or two selected random pages. And that's the final page.
Nice.
There we go. That's that one. Put that back in there. So the next one we have is First.
Oh, American flag, sure.
Yeah.
Howard
Chaykin, I believe, isn't it? So that's that one, and then there's another one on the other side.
Dave, we have the same taste in comics. I gotta.
Do we?
Wow. Yeah, that's good stuff there. That's good stuff there, buddy.
Thank you. Some more American flag there.
I love it.
You got a full run?
No, I haven't. I've just got a few issues to be honest. I haven't got a full set though.
Yeah.
I don't either. It's good enough where you can only have a few.
Yeah, I think you're still breaking up, Vic. It's kind of
we can't quite hear Vic. He's got some kind of audio issue.
Yeah.
Oh, cross-gen, sure.
Yeah, cross-gen primer from Wizard.
Huh. I've not seen that one before.
I'm starting to think Dave's all up in my collection.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, Pops.
And what do you got? Is that a McFarlane cover? I think it might be.
That I'm not sure. I don't know if it says it in there or not. No.
What's funny is that you move it closer to the camera, and I like move closer to the screen as if,
I do that. I do that
too. Yeah, that's the double page splash page there.
That's
wow.
a nice looking page.
Wow. So nice.
It's only a thin book, so there's not a lot of pages to it, but just gives you an idea what's in it.
Nice.
And one more for the middle there.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's not bad, cool. That. Put that one back in there. This is Medicine Song. Have you ever seen this one before?
No. Who's that by? And
Medicine Song. I don't know that one.
Let's have a look. It was published in 2001. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's have a look. Ah, there you go. That's the details. There you go.
Huh.
I don't know if you can see that, but
Is that Ben Rabb?
yeah, I think it is.
Huh.
Ben Rabb writer.
Cool.
This is a colour one, as you can see, so plenty of colours in it.
Great colors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quite eye-catching colours, isn't it? Another couple of pages for you.
Okay.
Nice.
Good stuff.
How's that for another splash page, full page?
Very nice.
Ooh.
And that's the back page.
got an airplane coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I thought there was a plane coming over here for a minute.
I got an airport pretty close to me.
Look, Mommy, there's an airplane in the sky.
All right, Pinky.
Oh,
this is
I remember
this is a wraparound cover, so I'll have to kind of hold it like that.
I remember
I don't
those.
remember any of this.
Pop's gonna yell at you for DC though.
Is it?
Well, it is. Hang on.
Dave, you're gonna get a spanking.
I've covered it up. But I just thought.
I know, right? Good help is so hard to find.
Certainly is.
That is a good looking book, though.
Dang.
Yes, it's not bad. Right, that's my opening few. So,
all right, thanks for sharing those. Thanks for sharing those, Dave. We always like to get a glimpse into your collection, and like I was saying earlier, we always like to take a look at some things that maybe not everybody has seen. Right? They're not necessarily mainstream books, and in many cases, we're going to see some things that maybe you never saw before. Right. But last week, we were talking a little bit about Eclipse Comics, and I got me thinking about it. I was a huge Eclipse fan, and it's mostly because of this book right here. There's actually two that I want to talk about, but I'm going to show you this one. The first one I got is Miracle Man number 9. Yeah, right?
Yep.
And if you remember, this was a very controversial book. And that's
is that the one with the birth scene?
Yeah, it has it basically shows her giving birth to what some people call Miracle Baby, but her name's Winter, right? But it was it's a very graphic depiction of childbirth. And I remind you, that's from September of 1990, which that kind of stuff wasn't done in those days. And of course, on the back of that one, I've got Miracle Man number 10 with a great shot of what they call the underspace, which is where they store their bodies, right?
Right.
So the thing that's interesting about Eclipse Comics, and there's a couple things interesting about them. The first thing is that they didn't have what you and I would call particularly large print runs. So, I always like to talk about the collectability of books. I'm a comic collector. I know you guys are too. And one of the things about modern comics, and particularly from 2009 and up, they're not necessarily what we would call rare books, right? Even when you get into the, some of these print runs are 30, 40, 50,000 books, if not 100,000. The thing about Eclipse Comics, and to a certain extent, Image Comics, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Some of these print runs were 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 books. And the really rare one for the Miracle Man series, are you guys fans of Miracle Man by any chance? Yeah. One of my all-time favorites. But, number 15, which had some graphic scenes of violence, was the one that was, there was a flood at their warehouse. So it is an exceptionally rare book. A great many of them didn't make it to stores. And that's why when you go online and you see these things for sale, they're $500, $600, $700, $800. So if you have a Miracle Man 15, hold on to it. and send it for grading. And that's really the reason I'm saving that one for next week, because I didn't want to get them out of the package.
Right. Don't blame you.
Now, I have a couple that I want to show you here, and I picked these up at the convention. And what these are, the one has kind of a cool homage, and that's why, I love the homage covers. This one is called Margot, the Intergalactic Trash Collector. Attack of the Space Vampire. And I love the art, and I love the logo and stuff. And even inside, it kind of has this very professional looking and very high grade art. Okay. And by the way, my friend Jim Whiting was involved in this book. You guys know Jim, right?
No.
I believe he's a friend of the show. But just a terrific job in the paneling, and it's got just a terrific, very professional look. It says it's Whiting Studio, so I'm pretty sure this is Jim's book, or at least he was involved in the production of it. But I saved the best. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh, I was going to say that the title seems to me like very enticing, because it's something so out there that now I'm interested. So if there's a way you can share it's Whiting Studios.
Yeah. The guy's name is Jim Whiting. We talked about him a little bit last week, and he also does a horror anthology called Shriek. And I think that's what he's known for a lot. And he also does this thing called the Tuesday Kickstarter Roundup, and he does Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
So, and like I say, I met him at Baltimore, a super nice fella. And my understanding is he draws this and writes it. Okay.
Wow, that looks fun.
And here's the next one. And this one I just love. Take a look at this homage cover.
Wow.
Of course, that's Fantastic Four 45, right? Mm-hmm. But it's showing Margot, the Intergalactic Trash Collector.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah, I do like the homage covers, I must admit.
That's cool.
It's good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Now, the next one I got for you, this is from the same studio. I guess these guys make a couple of books. And thematically, it's similar. This is by a guy by the name of Marcelo Trom. And this one is called Infinite Punishment, Shadows of War.
What is that, like some...
Well, it's a little bit, I got to be honest, some of these I haven't read yet. I have a somewhat large to-be-read pile.
I'm asking, is that a succubus?
I think it probably is. And there's definitely sort of a hellish, you can see nice. You got demons, and you got sort of this classic grayscale art tones that I really kind of dug. And I didn't get this through the Kickstarter. I got this through the Baltimore Comic-Con.
How was that, Con?
The next one that I got for you, and you guys might be familiar with this. I wanted to feature this last week. Of course, from Kevin O'Neill, who my understanding is he recently passed. But he had a really cool book called Nemesis the Warlock. And I'm pretty sure that's from Eagle Comics, which is, in fact, a British publisher, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Eagle wasn't too big in the States. I got these from eBay. But the artwork of this guy, man, it's very original and, very evocative. He's very different than the other guys, And even the color choices are very odd,
Do you know... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you know if the interiors are colored or not?
They are. Yeah, they are. Here, I'll get one out and show you.
Thanks for making me a little bit poor, because now I'm going to buy this crap.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely recommend it.
Exactly.
And the colors are even. And he's also has these big splash panels.
Ooh.
Wow.
And they're robots fighting, and what it is, it's like a post-apocalyptic world. And the theme is, I would call it a religious theme, like they have this weird future religion. And, there's humans and zombies and robots and monsters. And they also have great dialogue. What I mean by that is they all kind of talk funny, if you like that kind of thing, which I love characters that talk weird. That's something I've always liked.
Do they not use contractions like data or something?
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. Yeah, and there's like weird slang terms and that kind of thing.
Son of a glip.
There's number 5. This is, I believe, a 6-issue series.
Wow.
He calls it a necro series. Excuse me. This says it's a 7-issue series. Yeah, 7 issues. So there's 5 and 6. I always double them up in the bag to take less space. There you got some kind of weird robot embryo, the hatchling, right? The hatching.
That's cool.
Yeah, weird stuff. So that's a look at Nemesis the Warlock. The next one I got for you, we talked a little bit about this 2 weeks ago, and it seemed like you guys like it. I'm an Alan Moore fan, and this came out from a publisher by the name of Avatar. It's his series Neonomicon. And what we're seeing here, this is the New York City Comic-Con variant. And it's a guy, I'll tell you what, let me take out I'm getting a little bit of glare, so I'll take it out.
Neonomicon.
Yeah, Neonomicon. And it's his take on the Cthulhu mythos. And you see, he's sort of looking out the window and seeing a reflection of a monster staring back at him. And the whole series is really well done. Very Lovecraftian, and I would describe this as super scary. And I never think comics are scary at all, even the ones that are trying to be scary.
Right.
I'd say I usually think they're kind of silly. But this
Hey,
is
don't disrespect DC like that.
But this is one, if you read Neonomicon, you'll walk away from it going, oh my God, that was freaking creepy. And it definitely stays with you after. It's one of my favorite series. And I take it we got some Alan Moore fans in here?
I like Alan Moore.
Yeah, I totally do too.
I like Terry Moore, though, better. So
I love that homeless wizard.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a crazy wizard. And the next one I got for you, I'm going to jump back to some independently published books. I'm friends with a guy by the name of David Daub. He's an independent writer and publisher. And he got his books published with Antarctic Press. That's The Trials and Tribulations of Miss Tilney. Okay.
Wow.
And it's a 3-issue series. I actually met him over at the comic book store the other day. He was doing a signing. And this one, of course, it's with Antarctic, they are my publisher also. And this is looks like a really good series. I like the artwork. I like the colors. I think David's onto a good thing here.
What's is it steampunk, Victorian era?
It's like a Victorian murder mystery.
Cool.
Yeah, and like I say, this is still on my to-be-read pile too.
Yeah.
But I like David a lot, and he's one of those guys who he always supports the indie community. So I wanted to make sure I gave him a shout out on the show.
Those covers are great.
Yeah, they did a nice job with the production of it. And let's see, what's the time? It's good. Let's go to Pete next. I don't want to hog. I got some more stuff.
Well, and that's totally fine because I didn't realize that I could dig through some of my indie stuff and show you. But of course, Dave pretty much showed you all this stuff.
Well, yeah, and really the only thing that it's kind of an open thing. You can share anything that you think the viewers might like.
Yeah.
We just try not to do too much with the mainstream stuff.
Right. Yeah. No, I get you. All right. Well, I've got the first up is it probably better to take it out of the bag just for,
if you don't mind. Sometimes I don't because I don't want to damage the book, but
okay. So this one, let's see here. This one's called Skull Masquerade.
Sure. Yeah, it looks good.
And it's a 3-issue book. Yeah, see, get my orientation right.
Yeah, I like the art.
Here's the 3rd issue.
Nice.
It's a fully painted. And also the cover's glossy and very cool.
I like the glossy covers.
But it's like a fully painted.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't know
I've never got the appeal of painted books, honestly.
It's crazy. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That is.
But yeah, so and actually, so this is Skull Masquerade. I got these through a Kickstarter campaign The artwork and story is by Carla Weisgala Toch. And it's like I believe it's well, I could be totally wrong, but I think it's a husband and wife team. But Carla is the one that does the artwork. Anyway, it's I'll read you kind of the brief synopsis just because it's kind of cool, if that's okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, please. Yeah, we want to learn about it. Of course,
yeah. Skull Masquerade is a tale of Delilah Nix, the lady of the black cat skull. With a delicate balance of beauty and grit, Delilah awakens in a mysterious new world, accompanied by ghostly spirit animals and magical ladies. Using influences from the Victorian era and the mythological tales of beasts and warrior women, Skull Masquerade is a timeless fantasy where these ladies are free to kick ass and save the universe. I don't know any books that have kick-ass ladies that save the universe. So
to the bad girl era.
Yeah, so that's that.
Skull Masquerade. That looks good.
Skull
actually.
Masquerade. I think that's all they're doing. I think they had a Kickstarter recently for an art book, but it was a little. I would have loved to support it, but it was a little bit too expensive for my pocketbook at the time. Oh, I don't know who does this one. Let me pull this out here. I just got this like.
I recognize this one.
Look at that.
That's my book, sure, man. The Star Wars homage cover.
So I have a collection, I think so far, of every book that ye old Earth Dog Studios and Timothy Fling has put out.
Thanks,
I haven't read this yet, but I very much look forward to it. As all the books I've read, I love the series. I love the artwork. So again, this is written by some Timothy Fling guy.
Whoever he is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Some loser.
Art by David Dion. David Dion.
Yep.
With colors by Daniel Da Silva Rodriguez.
Yes.
And lettering by Matthias Saniti, who I think you've used before, right?
Yeah, this is the third time with that team. Basically, we have three teams that work on the book. We used to say this was the C team, but lately they're putting out more books than anybody else. It's good stuff.
So here's some artwork.
That looks good on camera.
It's always, the artwork's always top notch. I usually like to support the covers that Erwin Arosa does.
Yep.
Because I love that guy's work. So
I do the same thing when I see him on Kickstarter, which he's often the variant cover artist of choice. I almost always buy whatever he's making, even if I don't really like the book.
Yeah, it came with this little beauty, little mini poster.
Yeah, and the map.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool, man. Hey, thanks for sharing that, Pete. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. So again, I didn't like paw through my indie books. I just kind of grabbed a couple, and these are all ones that I've supported through Kickstarter. Some, but not all, because holy mackerel. This other one is let me pull this out of here. I haven't read this either, but
let me ask you a question, Pete.
Yeah.
So when you back Kickstarters, do you back them on the basis of the art or the synopsis of the story? How do you choose them?
Well, by the story, and also by the art, and as you get to know some of these creative teams. I'll support it just for like the Skull Masquerade. I was ready for every issue that came out because I just know even if the story wasn't good, the artwork's phenomenal.
It does look amazing.
Yeah, so it's a neat story. I hope they do more because it's just a cool book. So this is
Mother Trucker.
Mother Trucker.
I kind of like that.
By Animal Bob Anger. And what really got me, other than the wrestling gal, the main character, but it's a sci-fi book. It's a sci-fi book with like wrestling aspects to it. It's freaking insane. But what really grabbed me, and I think they threw this up on Kickstarter, I'm going, what the? Can you?
Oh yeah, that looks cool, man.
It's like a freaking big old.
You know what the logo reminds me of, and I say this as a compliment. It reminds me of Kiss.
Yeah.
Because of the lightning in the U, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's anyway.
Are you guys Kiss fans at all? Slightly off topic.
No.
No. I just watched the documentary on Hulu. We have essentially it's a little story about their career and how they started just these poor broke kids from New York City, and of course they became, Kiss, which hundreds of millions of dollars later.
Yep. So that book is, I think they have a Kickstarter that's going to be, and I'm not being paid to promote this book, but I think they have a Kickstarter going to be coming up soon for issue 3. But here's issue 2.
Oh, nice.
It's just, oh yeah. So again,
yeah, it looks great. Lots of detail.
Doing vehicles in general is the hardest thing in the world as an artist, and that is just
yeah. I was waiting for Lobo to appear because it just kind of reminded me of that stuff. So so those are the only 3 that I
no,
grabbed.
That's perfect, man. So, that's great. Thanks for sharing them, Pete. And by the way, if I didn't say it before, man, thanks for sharing my my book on the air, because I didn't know you were going to do that, but it is what we call fulfillment week. Yep. So all week I'm making boxes and shipping books to customers. You know what that's like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's a very stressful at times experience. So I got. Yep. I'm trying to break it down. I'm only going to do like 5 a day. I'm down. I probably got 25 left or so, but I'm going to do over the next 5 days. A quick question.
Thing was, I didn't know what it was when I got the mailer in my mailbox because he went through Comics Wellspring.
Yeah.
And so the address was, Greco Printing, which is the, printer for Comics Wellspring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh,
what could it be? What could it be?
And I opened it, like, yeah.
If you want to know something funny, I had read online that all the printing companies have had these delays, right? Mm-hmm. So I just sent out this update to backers saying something like, hey, I'm sorry, there's going to be this delay. It's going to be a few more weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then an hour later, I get these notices. Hey, the books look great. Like it had actually already shipped, and I didn't even know it.
Wow. You went through them, right?
Right. This is one man's opinion, but once you get up over 100 customers or 150,
right,
you go to what they call professional fulfillment, where I pay them to do it. Because otherwise I'm going to the post office every day for 2 months.
Right.
Yep. It's because I'm a one-man show, basically. Yep. I don't have much like you. Yeah. Much like you. So I don't really have the wherewithal to be doing that much postage. But I do want to ask you a question. You mentioned wrestling, and I want to ask Dave and Vic too. We talked last week or 2 weeks ago about how there's this link between music and comics. There's also a link between wrestling and comics. Are you a wrestling fan, Pete?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I don't have anything against it. I'm not, like kind of like NASCAR. I enjoy watching it if it's on, and but I don't follow this stuff enough to.
Yeah, same here. How about you, Dave? Are you a wrestling fan?
No, I don't follow it either, I'm afraid.
Gotcha. Vic, how about you?
I am very.
Okay, there you go. So we got one.
But I hate WWE, so I'm watching these crappy indie promotions.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a wrestling fan, but I get it that comics fans like it. Certain things go together with it.
It's
And this
people in colorful suits beating the shit out of each other.
Right, right.
Exactly.
And for the same reason that people like rock music and comics go together, and also tattoos and comics go together.
Don't forget hip hop in comics.
Well, that might be the case. I'm not really too knowledgeable about hip hop, so. But do they go together?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Crap! I should be wearing my Wu-Tang shirt.
Hey, wait a minute! You got your Kiss. You got a Kiss shirt on.
I was showing that off for a second.
Oh man,
nice.
So are you a Kiss fan, or is that like an ironic thing?
Oh, I'm weird because I listen to 3 things: rock, reggae, and rap. So I'm a huge Kiss fan.
All right, man. Yeah. By the way, I'm not in some way ripping on you. I think Kiss is awesome. Now, of course, I'm older than you, obviously, but I remember when they were new, that was what you would play to outrage your parents.
Right.
They would be like, "What is this?" It was, in the blood and the fire. And parents were guaranteed to hate Kiss, and that's why we loved it.
Because Marvel Comics did a Kiss comic, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did.
Yeah.
I sold mine a number of years ago, and I feel like an idiot now because I wish I would have kept it.
Right.
But I remember I sold it for $100, and I thought,
never mind. I don't have my Kiss vinyl with me.
Oh, okay. Well, tell you what. Next week I'll bring some Kiss stuff. We'll show it. If Pop says it's okay, I'll show it on the air. But he probably will. I bet Pops is a Kiss fan. So okay, we'll jump back and switch to Dave now. I think that maybe Pops might have stepped away from the camera.
He might have done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I almost skipped over Vic. We'll go to Vic.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget Vic.
Yeah, there you go. Here's my most recent.
Oh, yeah, man. Great pick.
I'll show you inside, but I'm going to do a wee bit of censoring.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that the magazine size book or the?
It looks like a magazine size.
Yeah. I love the Hernandez brothers.
Right.
Is that who does that? Yeah. Love and Rockets is awesome.
Yeah, I found the cheapest one in the bins at my shop, and I bought it because I need it because old heads like you yell at me to read it. Here's something more my speed. This art is absolute garbage, and it makes me feel better about myself, so I keep this thing next to me.
That's one way of doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have that one. Yeah. I've got that issue.
Good stuff.
Neil Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
Love Neil Adams.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'll put this on real quick.
Silverline.
Yeah. I got my books from them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see it.
Teen Beetle, which is amazing. Art by Del Barris, who did Blue Beetle for DC at one point.
Huh.
Divinity issue 3. When issue 4 comes out, I'm gonna get the first 2 as back issues. I just ordered that because it was cheaper to ship,
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Then Trump's 1 through 4.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So some pretty great artists. You've got Clinton. Roland did a pretty good job writing this, and I got a bunch of random goodies with mine. I did not.
Oh wow!
These.
That looks awesome. Yeah, let's see that poster again. Let's see that poster. Yep. That looks cool.
Got
that's
Ken
cool.
Mouse is upside down.
Very cool.
Friar Rod.
Oh, I like that one too.
You're going too fast, man.
Yeah, man.
Slow down a bit.
Slow down. Oh, that's a good one.
I actually gave one of the Friar Rush posters to my mom. I realized my closet was in frame. The obsoletes.
Wait, pick that one up and put it closer to the camera.
Yeah, show us.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And here's probably my favorite.
Wow, yeah, sure.
Nice one.
I know the one Silverline guy a little bit. Is that Ron? Is his name? It's Ron something, right?
Who? Rob Davis?
I forget his last name right now, but I think I met him once.
Then you've got my poster hanging up back there.
You did that one?
I didn't do it.
Oh.
But Roland, if you need it.
Got it.
But I also got this.
Oh, cool.
As far as I know, this wasn't released to the public.
What is it?
The ferret.
The ferret?
Yeah. Can you hear the cop cars outside?
No.
Not at the minute.
I'm getting arrested.
Oh.
Villains and vigilantes.
So like it's a Eclipse and Comico Day, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have very few things from those like 80s indie publishers.
Mm-hmm.
But I love this because I love the TTRPG.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The random issue of Zot.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
You got that's Scott McCloud, who is maybe best known for writing his book, Understanding Comics. You know that, Pete?
No. Nope.
Yeah, it's all about how to make comics. It explains the gutters. It explains pacing. But before he made his book, Understanding Comics, he was the guy who he made comics. Yeah. And by the way, Pete, if you haven't seen Understanding Comics, I'm doing you a total solid. Check it out. You'll be telling me thank you for showing you.
I'll have to.
Early manga import.
Yeah, today's Eclipse Day, man. We love it.
Yeah, it is.
And that is the extent of my Eclipse stuff.
Good stuff, man.
Nice.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So those posters, where you got those from the same store, or what's going on with those?
Same Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. I get you.
I don't think they're included with everyone's. I'm just the company's little buddy, I guess, or something. Because I hang around there way too much, and I love Malibu crap.
Yep. That's all right. What? Wait. Let me see that again.
Mighty Magnor, Sergio Aragones.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes. That's awesome.
I gotta get his tape from Comic Book Greats with Stan Lee. I gotta get that VHS.
Ultra Force. Yep.
Ultra Force.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man.
I just finished the cartoon of it, and I regret watching it.
There was a cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
go on
know that.
Tubi.
I have Tubi. I kind of like Tubi.
Yeah, you find great garbage.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They have like all the great B movies.
Nightman. Yep.
The only bad thing about Tubi is you have to sit through the advertisements, which I always wonder how they choose them.
Right.
You watch one show, it's 5 advertisements for that. It's a
Yep.
medicine you can take if you have AIDS and you don't want your partner to know.
Shingles doesn't care.
All of my ads on Tubi are for erectile dysfunction.
Or shingles. Or shingles.
Not shingles. Strangers.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite books. That's became one of my favorites.
Who did
Here's
Malibu
something.
Comics?
Oh, Turok. Nice.
Yeah.
Not the crappy Valiant one.
That's an old one.
Yeah, that's the good one you got right there.
However, I gotta say, in defense of was it Valiant then that when Rags Morales was doing the Turok, I liked that series then.
I do like
the
Rags.
art.
Then
for
Bart
it,
Sears
too.
got on there, and it's like, even though I liked Bart Sears at one time, but I like Rags Morales and the old Turok books. So
I remember someone had Next Man.
Oh, yeah.
John Byrne.
Yeah.
John Byrne.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Ugh.
The Chromium Man.
Huh.
Ooh, a mildly racist depiction of Jim
Oh.
Lee.
Yep. I got
Wait,
that.
wait, hold on a second. Show me close. I like that one. Splitting image. And what? Oh, you mean because it makes him look Asian or something?
They made him yellow.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get the reference.
I showed this on the last show. This is an abomination. It is a Christian romance comic that I accidentally bought
That
because I
one's
was doing a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Because I'm trying to get
I've seen that online. Yeah, I've seen that online.
that one's worth $10,000. $10,000.
Wait, what? I can't.
Just kidding.
It's quite rare, though, I think. Oh,
That's
Dell.
cool. That's cool.
Ghost stories.
You should open that one if you can and let us take a peek at the.
Hmm.
It might fall
That's-
apart.
Yeah, it's like an old Dell book. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got some good stuff, Vic.
Yeah.
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 Most of
Heck
these
yeah.
are recent acquisitions.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
get the point.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody's favorite Canuck.
Captain Canuck. All right.
Nice. Nice.
I'm nearly out of books, so give it to someone else where I have at least these four.
All right.
Yeah, save a few for next time.
Yeah, save it for next week.
Yeah.
I got a big
Now,
one.
But yeah,
now,
hey, Vic, thanks for sharing those, man. You got
yeah,
some
those
really
are
good
cool.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice selection.
Now
Like I
since I
say-
know the format.
Yeah, it's always fun
like-
to see. Like I say, and Dave knows this already, but part of the fun is seeing the stuff that maybe we would not necessarily have seen. These are
Yeah.
things that they're not too mainstream and not everybody has. And that's what I like the most about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you guys have enabled me to go out and look for these books.
Good.
Have
Amazing
you seen
heroes.
this one before?
Yep. Yeah.
What's the back cover?
Dang. I think I used to have that one.
Did you?
Wait, is that Frank Thorne on the back? Frank Thorne looks like
Not sure. Not sure, is it? Might
it
be.
is. I think it is. Yep, right there it says Frank Thorne. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Frank. You can tell.
Yeah. I love Frank Thorne.
So this is the inside page.
Fun.
How to sell comics the Marvel way.
I can only imagine how that reads.
And also it's got the at the bottom there. Also DC Dark Horse.
Also the heroes.
I'm pretty
And
sure
then-
that's the old adage: if a book's not selling well, shoot up a strip club.
Yep.
In the words of Dean Zachary.
That's an Adam Hughes piece right there that you were
An
showing.
early one, yeah.
Yeah. What in the?
Some weird drawings in this book,
Yeah.
as you can see.
See, the thing is, there's probably some great things in there that yeah, bring back memories.
Good stuff.
Holy mackerel!
All sorts going on, isn't there?
Wow.
And a few more.
Huh.
Great pinups.
Yeah,
Who's that?
it's quite a thick book as well. There's all kinds of styles of art in here.
Yeah. What publisher is that?
It's
AC?
Who's the publisher? Amazing. Hang on. Fantagraphics.
Oh.
Fantagraphics are the publisher.
Okay. Who did Femforce? Femforce, was that AC Comics or something? I don't know.
It might have been.
I remember that one. I do remember that one.
Nice. Huh.
Wouldn't a bear have more nipples than that to cover? Oh, Herbie.
Nice. That's all in that book?
Yeah.
How many pages is that thing?
This has got
48.
Hang on. Sorry, a second. 148 pages.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's an oversight.
148 pages is in this book.
Half of them are trash, half of them are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all different styles and types, and single pages, drawings. I think that's supposed to be Doctor Doom, is it there? It's a bit like Doctor Doom, I don't know.
No, I guess so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tom. In fact, that's Tom Palmer. That's drawn that.
Nice.
Tom Palmer. But yeah, there's absolutely all sorts in this book.
It's like everything. Oh, nice. The Honeymooners.
Yeah. We've got the Doom Patrol as well on the beach. Doom Patrol on holiday.
Oh yeah. I'm a huge Doom Patrol fan.
Yeah, me too.
How dare you? That's DC.
Oh, good point. Vic's got a point.
We don't tolerate them big two. And these facts.
That's a cool book.
Yeah, like I said, there's absolutely all sorts in this book.
That's a big book.
It is.
It's crazy.
A little bit of everything.
Like I say, you name it, it's probably in here. I would imagine.
Wow. Nice.
There's the duck.
Yep. Is that a recent acquisition, Dave?
No, I've had this book for about 30 years now, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had it for about 30 years, quite a long time.
That's cool.
That looks like if Megaton Man and Prime had a hate child.
Yeah.
Yep. Huh. Weird.
Some very weird drawings.
Yeah.
What is this again?
This is the Amazing Heroes swimsuit.
Amazing Heroes swimsuit special from 1991.
Yeah. Wow. That's got all sorts of different art styles and artists.
Even Batman's in it.
There he is.
He is in the background.
The fact that I don't see a bat bikini is kind of disappointing. Or a bat speedo.
Bat speedo.
Is that a Mighty Battle Cat?
I'm not sure.
Why am I referencing He-Man?
Nice. It's got everything in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different styles of art and different things going on, you know. Every page is different.
cool.
Like I say, I could be here for a while, but we can always come back to it later.
Right. So back in the day, what was the price tag on that book?
The price on this was $6.95.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, the good old days.
When was that? Back in 1892?
No, it was 1991. Vic.
Yeah,
1991.
but 124 pages for $6.
Yeah.
Right.
Bargain price.
Yeah.
Bargain price.
That's so cool.
I'm used to paying like $5 for 24.
Right. Yep.
Or less, depending if people want a chocolate full of ads.
Wow.
Like I say, I thought I'd show you this book because it's so varied and so different.
Huh.
I'm noticing your shelves now. That is a lot of omnibuses.
Oh, yes, I've got a few up there, haven't I? Yeah, I've got a few up there, to be honest. Been collecting me omnibuses for a while now.
Nice.
Nice.
And we've even got Flaming Carrot, I think.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Now you're
Flaming
talking.
Carrot, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm a huge carrot fan. I actually have some carrot stuff ready for next week.
Right.
I've never understood Flaming Carrot, but I've always liked it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Panda Con.
Wow.
Like I say, we've got so much independent stuff to look at, you know, like we're doing quite well, really.
Anybody remember Airsil comics from the 90s?
Sure.
And 80s, yeah.
There's even Wolverine there.
Nice.
Why does he still have the boots?
Don't know.
Doesn't want his feet to burn.
Healing factor.
That's a cool book.
Just let me know when you've had enough, and I'll swap over to somebody else.
Tell you what, I'll swap over if you don't mind, because I gotta go pretty soon. I got about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, that's fine, Tim.
So is Dave going to become a regular? That's the question.
Dave,
Pressure him into it.
Okay, the first one I got to show you, like I said, I want to show some things that are maybe a little different, like wouldn't maybe have always seen. And first, let me disclose to you, I am not a manga guy or a manga, as some people say. I genuinely feel that the product is not as good, and they're usually not very well written or even well drawn. I know that'll be controversial. Feel free to flame me, everybody. But there was one that I really liked.
My whole generation just got offended.
Yeah. Well, like I say, feel free to. I love when people disagree with me, so you know, people can chime in and say what they say. This one is called Onwards to Our Noble Deaths. Okay. And what you're going to see here, it's a little bit like a volume, and it is the story of World War II told from the Japanese perspective.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. And this also kind of gives you an idea of what I mean. Like, you can see the artwork. In a way, it looks a little bit like the guy drew it with his foot, if you ask me. But the story in this case is really good. Now, what I mean by that, it sort of builds toward this climax, and the climax is none of them survive. And it's also in the true manga format, which
starts at the back.
It starts in the back and goes
the
to
magazine size.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a, they got some scenes where they're fighting off the Americans, and there's lots of war scenes and things like that. So I thought that one was pretty interesting. And the next one that I got for you is a.
How dare you!
Hey, what do you got there? What do you got there? Show us.
Gundam, Demon Slayer, and Comey Can't Communicate.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm quick to point out, the manga is now the #1 selling property in the world. So, it shows you what I know.
Listen, people are snobs about it, acting like it's so much better than American comics. It's American comics, but they don't draw the faces.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I love to talk about the different things. I'm not necessarily a hater, but I've passionately collected comics for over the course of 40 years, and there might have been 3 manga that I liked.
I am a hater, though. So.
Oh yeah, so I got the right guy. The only ones I like Onward to Our Noble Death, and I also like Barefoot Gen, if you know who that is, Hadashi no Gen.
Like I said, this is the best because it's literally just Terminator.
Yeah, the stories, and like I say, people feel free to disagree with me. That's why there's chocolate and vanilla, right? But usually what you have there is a story that the guy drew 120 pages in about an hour. And then, the story is loosely derived from American stories. This next one I got for you, this is called Get Lich or Die Trying. This is by a couple of buddies of mine. That's by Kevin Cuff and Bob France. And this is sort of like a fairy tale type setting with these great colors and sort of like a supernatural. Wow. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah. And these are some of the minds behind. This has a little bit of a D&D flavor to it. Mm-hmm. But it's the minds that are behind Metal Shark Bro, if you know who Metal Shark is.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Wasn't it on Webtoon?
Yeah. The guy, his name is, I'm going to see if viewers, I hope I get this right, but the illustrator is a guy by the name of Walter Osley. And he's primarily a Webtoon guy, I think, these days. But his book, and I'm pretty sure it was a Ringo Award winner, was called Metal Shark Bro.
I remember when I was trying to figure out Webtoon because, printing costs money.
Right.
I would be watching his crap.
Yeah, he also does a YouTube channel, which, shows a lot of the things. And the last one I got for you, I just thought this was kind of neat. I don't know, it's a little bit off the beaten track, but this is an art book, a guy by the name of Da Shang. And what it is, it's got like a lot of classic, it's going to be, look at some of the artwork in this book.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That.
Yeah, and it's definitely something different than what you'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get you a good one here. And they're all like named after the seasons and that kind of thing.
That's very cool.
Now what you got here, it's technically not a comic. It's a little bit more like an art book.
Yeah. Wow.
But I thought that you might dig this. I mean, some of the stuff is just out of this world.
Certainly is.
Wow.
And I was fortunate enough to meet this guy once, and my mind was just blown by what he was doing. And this is why I want to make a quick example. Like you could say things like, well, hey, that's why, because we were just talking about manga, and you might think something, oh, that's really what Asian art is like. Is it though? Because here's what the other guy was doing.
Wow. That is so
right?
cool.
So obviously I'm kind of missing something. Some of these will just knock you right out of your...
Well, it's popular and it makes it where you can take less time on the faces and it looks good enough,
Yeah, I get it.
It's to save time because you need those 20 pages a week.
Yeah, and also they say that the reason why it got popular there is because the guys, they read it on the subway. And you can read, what is it they say? It takes roughly about an hour to read 900 pages. That's the way it was explained to me. Maybe that's wrong.
An hour for 900?
Well, because remember, some pages don't even have any. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can read a floppy in like, probably 10 minutes, right? At 24 pages. Usually. But you figure, if you go through a manga, you can go through 10 pages in like a minute. Probably faster than that.
How do I put this? If it's a 90s comic, I can go through it in a good 2 minutes.
That's a nice double page drawing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he does comics too. This is an example of what he's doing.
Wow. That's very cool.
So, and I just wanted to share that. That's called The Art of Da Xiang.
Wow.
And he's from Wuhan, China. Yeah, it's something a little different, right? Something I figured you guys probably wouldn't see. And
cool.
With that in mind, I'll turn it over to Vic. I think Vic is next. And then I got just about 5 minutes, and I got to duck out. I got to help my son do something.
Yep.
Okay.
I got to sign off here in a little bit too. So.
All right. Let's get to Vic, and we'll maybe after him we'll wrap it up if that suits you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, as we were speaking, I got a bigger stack.
Good.
I know this is DC, Pops. Don't get mad, but this is.
Hey, Vic, you know what? You're okay because it's still lesser known because it's Lois Lane.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see the cover again. Oh, did we lose him? There he is. Hey, let's see that cover again, Vic.
Yeah.
No, Pops is going to take me out again.
Oh. Okay.
Classics. Classics Illustrated.
wow,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yep.
I like
Classic
finding
Illustrated.
old crap where I can either make fun of it or learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Newman.
I kind of remember that one.
Huh.
It's like, X-Men, but
Newman.
crappy. Magnus Robot Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. I love Magnus.
Yep.
Let me get all my comics greatest world together real quick. Probably grab more.
Rebel? Sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Of
stuff.
course.
You can buy comics for $1.25 again. They just
Wow.
aren't very good and are in Dollar Trees. Speaking of $1.25,
Captain Crusader.
one of my first indie comics that I actually tried to read, and
Nice.
it is worthless to try and read this. You're kind of just along for the ride.
Nice.
There's no story. It's just office guy gets suicidal, tries to be a superhero.
Law Dog.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Caliber.
Yep.
Packins Land. I don't know that one.
No, I've not seen that one before.
Neither do I. I've never read it. My mom thought it'd be a good idea to buy, those big, like 50 comics for $20 things. So I've just got a bunch of random stuff.
Alrighty.
I know what this is.
Like a bargain
I
bag.
tried talking her out of it, so don't blame
Yeah,
me.
sometimes you find some gold in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero.
Captain Thunder.
Looks like Daredevil on the front.
Yeah,
Same colors.
that was actually originally a name he was going to use because it was the original name for Shazam when he was rebooting Shazam, and he was supposed to look like Prince.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he used it, so they had to change the name.
The good guys.
Defiant.
I remember
It's
that one.
like Valiant, but worse. Who is Shadow?
Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk. He's hot again, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait.
So.
I was thinking of Darkhawk.
Oh,
Who is Darkhawk?
There's a Facebook group that they he's one of these forgotten 90s heroes where the people all get together and say, you need to start collecting Darkhawk. And they did it as a goof. And now, of course, people do it. And they always say, whenever somebody puts up a post, they always say things like, hey, man, good post, but it needs more Darkhawk.
First.
Oh,
Sable.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Mike Grell, right?
Yep.
Not at this point. This is
Gotcha.
issue 24.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones where
he jumped off.
where
Mike
yeah,
Grell's.
first owned that, unlike most of the books. An Archie book. Who would have
Oh.
thought?
Oh, okay. Mark Wade.
Yeah. It's definitely a book. The art is mildly disappointing. We're getting into trades and crap now.
Captain Gravity.
Levity.
Yeah, I like the art.
I got this for 50 cents.
Wow, that's a deal.
That's a bargain.
Speaking of stuff I got for cheap, $1.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I love me some cheap comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Gen 13 has to be one of my favorite 90s comics because there was actually reason for it. Last Ronin, the best series IDW have put
that
out.
was a hot series.
The series that got me back into comics.
Yeah, I heard it's great.
I fell off at the age of 12, and then like 2 years later, boom, Last Ronin. I was buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. I don't know. My precious.
Nice.
It's like a graphic novel.
Nice.
This is the best format to read TMNT issue 1. And I'll show these off.
Ah, yes, the black and white Marvel comics. Kurtis.
Oh no, they're owned by Marvel. Get rid of them.
Oops. But they are black and white.
Wait, hold on. They might be by Kurtis. Look in the corner. Does it
yes,
say
they are.
They're by Kurtis.
They are actually Kurtis. They are actually
all right.
Kurtis.
Yeah. You got it then, Vic. You got it.
So you're okay.
Safe. You're safe.
I will tell you why. And Dave, you know, I've been saving my Kurtis books. I got mine coming up for next week.
Yeah, I've got a few as well.
Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Am I out?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, and I got to, I don't know if you guys want to keep going, but I do have to jump out at this point. I got a task I got to take care of. So,
yeah.
Is that cool, Pops?
The moose.
What is going to be the topic for next week, gentlemen?
Hey, I will...
Look, Peter, I'm not like totally anti-mainstream. I'm just like anti-new mainstream.
right. Hey, what do you guys think of this? You want to talk about black and white books next week?
Yeah, we can do if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I saved a bunch of Kurtis books, and I got some pretty good ones that I can't wait to show you.
Now look,
I'll go into my shop and find some black and white garbage to.
That would be great. That would be great. So I just want to say thanks to the guys for coming in. Thanks, Vic, for joining us. Thanks, Peter, for coming.
Hold up, Tim. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. The reason I bring this up is because my stuff will be being packed and relocated over the next few weeks. I'm not going to be able to get at much, and I just want to make sure we still got a show. Now, look, next week is the CromCon edition.
Oh, yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, so you guys get, pick a topic that, look, we have a major person that was actually mentioned during your show today.
Mark Wade.
Kicking off CromCon in April at the 3rd year anniversary show. He's going to be bringing his show to CromCon for the kickoff show. So, I'm not going to announce it yet because we got a CromCon between now and then to deal with. But next month, during the 3-year anniversary, I want to go big, guys. So, I think during CromCon, I think we should do a Mike Baron Day.
Oh, all right. We could do that.
Yeah.
Just pull all that old Punisher and Badger and Nexus and so many other things, the Crush and he did so much stuff.
Right.
So, I think for CromCon in April, we're going to dedicate the show-offs to the Mike, the Baron, the one.
Right.
You got a deal.
I like it.
Crap, I don't have any
next week is a CromCon show. It'll kind of be open.
Yeah.
Anybody will be able to come in and just show stuff off next week because that's kind of how we do it on CromCon weekend. So
right.
Pick your topic and talk about it. Let's get some other people in here showing off what they got too, for sure.
All right, dude. You got it.
So we can all run to our local comic book store and
get ready.
Support the local shops, kids.
Mine's behind me.
Now,
yeah.
Black and white sounded good. I'd also like to do a weekend, one show sometime where we cover everybody who's not from Earth.
Okay. That's good too.
No humans allowed.
Yeah.
A show like that where we just talk about aliens, races, and superheroes and whatever from different, titles or whatever.
I think that sounds great. That sounds great, man.
There's an unlimited source of topics we can use with this particular format, you guys. So just go crazy, have fun with it. You're always welcome. Always.
Cool. Thanks,
I will
Pops.
look forward to it. Thanks, Pops.
Yeah, should be good.
I'll see you guys next week.
You bet.
That was a lot of fun. Hey, guys, thanks for showing your stuff. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been nice to see you all.
Take care.
Look after yourselves. See you next time.
I'm going to play a few commercials on the way out. Peter, thanks for coming out. You're always welcome.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Every Sunday at 3:30 Eastern, so you're always welcome.
All right, brother.
What's the next show coming up?
The next show coming up today would be the All Good Show with Amy Allgood at 7 p.m.
And then my favorite show.
Followed by the Silver Line. And then and a replay episode of Matt Burke's Open the Gates. Yeah. Good stuff.
Nice Silver Line.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a great day.
See you next time. See you, Vic. See you, Pops.
How about we start with this one?
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abbo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
In a world where creatures of myth and legend exist, a covert task forces charged with keeping humanity safe from supernatural threats. And when young Nancy Moon stumbles into the eternal battle between good and evil, she finds... Oh my god, will you shut up? What's happening? Agent Beckett here. Aren't you tired of stuff like that? Want something different? Roll the tape. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's a song I'm writing for my ex. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Alrighty. Welcome to the world of the mythicals. We have it all. Monsters. Magic. Government agents. He's the strong silent type. This guy. Ugh, gross, dude. Get some kind of cream or something. Lots of 90s style action. Pew pew pew. And that strong female lead alluded to earlier. Not to mention a dashing field commander with a great sense of fashion. Look at those glasses. South River Studios presents The Mythicals, Issue 1. Buy it, if you dare. Ugh. Will you can it already? How'd you get free? Now beat it before I lose my cool.
So what are you waiting for? Back it today. Like right now.
Back the Mythicals today.
America's southern border has become a war zone. Human traffickers, drug smugglers, and terrorists flow across the Rio Grande with impunity, secure in the knowledge that no one will stop them. A distant federal government lectures Americans on their privilege while punishing overworked Border Patrol agents who were helpless to stem the tidal wave of invaders and determined migrants. Second-generation Cuban-American Marcos Zamora is a military vet, more patriotic than most Americans. No longer able to ignore the chaos at his doorstep, he acts. Joined by his best friend Gus, they hit the border every night, saving lives while stopping violent drug cartels and other opportunists. The government reacts with fury at Marcos' attempts to preserve American sovereignty, deploying the full might of their enforcement agencies. But Marcos understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and he records every encounter. Whoever he is, this private American must be stopped. Illustrated by Richard Bonk and written by Eisner winner Mike Barron, Private American is his version of Captain America, and maybe a little Punisher, taking part in this ongoing, violent, and very real battle of good versus evil in the war for American sovereignty. Grab your copy at theprivateamerican.com.
We have a secure border, and that is a priority for our administration. How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to drive.
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add